The first thing we're going to fit is the control panel. This is quite a lightweight unit, and it's just held on with two M10 Allen bolts. I'm just going to put an M10 nut on the back, and that just stays finger tight. And one on this end as well. This power pack fits all of our Z gauge layouts and has 3 Märklin controllers with switched AC and DC outlets from each one that go to the umbilical cord, which as you can see is a standard start socket. They can all be turned on and off individually, and they also have a phono plug socket on each one connected to the DC. So if anything actually stops while we're running, we can plug a meter into one of these and see if there's any output actually coming out of the controller before we start looking for problems elsewhere. And again, this is held on with two M10 Allen bolts. With M10 nuts on the inside of the board. And you see we've got everything to hand there, all concentrated in the centre of the layout. Right, now we're going to plug in the cable connectors. Another important thing to consider is not just the transport of the actual baseboards themselves, but all the ancillaries. One of the important things about presentation on model railway layouts is not just the boards themselves, but also the lighting, which has a key impact on how good the layout looks. Our lighting rig travels in this custom made box, and holds the two fluorescent lights, the supports, the struts that stabilise the legs are also in here, and also part of the elevated track lives in there for safekeeping. At either end of the layout there are two holes through the wood in the baseboard frame, and behind them is a big thick tapped piece of steel plate, tapped M6, and we're going to bolt through the actual supports for the lighting rig, through the wood and into the steel mounting plate. This makes it very strong and stable. And again we're using standard M6 screws. I'm making life easier by using an electric screwdriver. Power's fed up the right hand pole and connected up with standard 3-pin plugs, and that also takes the power across to the next part of the lighting canopy. All we need to do then is turn it on. Now, out of necessity, parts of the layout have to be transported separately, like the turntable and the roundhouse roof. So they're transported again in a custom made wooden box, foam lined, to keep them safe. And in here we've also got all the bolts for the dock. So with the roundhouse roof fitted, the coach shed and the turntable, we can put out some of the bolts. All we need to do then is put out some stock and off we can go.
Right, David. Good morning. Morning, sir.